This poem's for me. I'm sorry, I just got done reading all the stuff that I wrote for Nina while she was in jail. And then writing the description piece for that, which probably doesn't sound the most pleasant, but once again, honesty over society. Always. Choose how to pick your battles. Anyway, this one's for me. Also written in the same time period as that, so I don't know why I'm so excited and had to start it off that way. God, out of my head. Tormented Animator. That's how I knew it was for me. Stop all motion while I animate my soul. Where my aptitude for attitude has left a vacant hole. Beneath my skin I've driven in the seeds of curiosity, and all the viscous visions senses stimulate discovery. That's everything. Uncovering what lies within, this simple vision spins and spins. There are no moments until time is quantized. Continuity of motion is illusion, our eyes fantasize. Irradiated luminescence, convergence of forces, fields, and eminence, pulsing through time's effervescence, quintessential are these moments. Feel it, own it, hold it, know it, and let it show when it's let go. Weathering through sleet and snow, reconnecting the wiring of the circuits in our souls, divining the divinity within me so as to bloom with my flower as we grow, to sprout wings of mortal angels, and finally realize our potential. I'm on the last one now. Finally. That took forever. Here we go. Actually, I got a couple more somewhere. I had to go dig them up. Anyway. This last poem is called Buried in Shit. Buried in shit are we, drowning in a fecal sea. Not shit that we have shat. No, the richness and the fat of this excrement beseeches questions relevant to who could be so full of it to have shat this world so full of shit. Who in their right mind would shit on all the world? Every man and woman in it? Every boy and girl? Who consumes enough to even muster up this stuff that they have spread across the land? Shitty grins shake shitty hands. The shit we're in seems to begin when we are shat into this planet, just like splat out down upon it, shit like vomit, puking comets, maternal showers, numbers by powers, flower by flower, the power in and within, and because of the numbers have built and fortified thousands of towers to topple each other, burn, implode, and crumble, because stumbling and mumbling are fumbling of the football in the game of sociological control. Perpetuated in the stadium of the full spectrum of the peoples and cultures of the world, televised, podcasted, broadcasted, and broadband to all the far reaches of the digital world infrastructure. I feel like I added more to that, which is not in this. I'm going to check real quick because I think I have that open. Nope, that's the end. Cool. Okay, bonus material. This is my most recent one. What is the state of rap these days? What days and haze can contain us? People like Gus and them and us and people like you. Believe you me and trust in Gus. I shit you not, this shit is seriously scary. Like every rapper must be using the same dictionary. And it gets darker and hairier still. They distill and they swill from the same dictionaries. Diluted lyrical solutions to equations, lowest common denominator, demographically and numerically quantized in rhythmic time. Though the thought was sublime to their minds, they can find the prize of their mind's eyes. Dreaming of nothing but materialism and consumerism, all denial leads to cataclysm. Combination of situation, interpretation of reality, and cynicism, sarcasm, and sarcastic masochism, for I feel I seem to be symbiotically linked to everything but me. Have you heard the seshi about the one-man band? Shit, that crap is me. YOLO is nolo contendere to me. Liberate tutte me. Illegimus non carborundum ex vobiscum. That one kind of sucks. That's like a half a draft. That's not even a first draft. It's kind of funny though. Let me make sure I get the right one here. This one's called Another One. 3 or 4 voices in my head. 1. The words you hear instead of. 2. The thoughts in my mind. 3. The words that I type, as they find the path through the myriad of labyrinths of neurological synapses, and some microbioelectric shit happens, and they fire in sequences finding their way to these canvases. 4. The voice in your mind's eye's own thoughts when you read this, or hear it in this case. And maybe another one, if you discover something, if you can relate to me in your own way and see your reality juxtaposed through your being. Just supposing you know how to detach from feeling long enough to muster up the trust to beat the monsters up, and send your demons screaming off when you've just had enough. Just sit down, don't clown around, explain the toughest stuff. Don't let the lost souls give your own any guff. Simply ask the right questions of yourself and walk back through the stacks of the bookshelves of your mind's selves. You will find that the answer was there in you, in truth, all this time. Was there another one other than another one? Is there recent documents to be before? Oh, there we go. Found it. Okay. This one is also called Ninia, which once again means little girl, and is dedicated to my ex. This one I feel I've tackled different stuff though. Anyway, this is the darker side of it, because I didn't get that out while she was in jail and I wasn't cheating on her because I still loved her and didn't realize she was lying to me and planning to cheat on me and doing it to the fullest extent possible. The first time that I said I loved you, I spoke no words. Now, although my heart still does love you so, I am wrought with distraught tension stretched out beyond taught. In every whim and every thought that we had ever said or brought is now lies, knives, fire, broken glass, and salt, improperly perceived conception of fault. Unable to see the way to detach our souls from selves, and in this lingering dinginess cringing we grimace, for our hearts were darkened and hardened through shitstorms as menacing as hell. I know not what you think, what you thought, how you felt, or how you feel. I know only that morality and truth are to you just short of being clear. I fear you'll never find a way of just confronting your damned fear. But know that I wish you the best, even though I won't be near. Wavelengths. The waves move under me smoothly, lifting my mass from the sand softly, beautifully, letting me down, easy, passing over, around, through, and beside me. The syncopation is harmony, dancing am I with the ocean in me. Beyond fear and the clear sight of land, tempting as it seems, exposure to danger and vulnerability is the only way to be so gently rocked by the sea. By land, waves smash and crash into rocks and back to sand, baffling sources of physical forces, enormous clusterfuck splashing drops like so many torrents, wavelengths of brainwaves untrained to conform us through TVs and dream scenes painted by numbers before us, entertainment missing real feeling, real by real, reeling past projected light waves beaming out to subdue doubts and fear, and into our minds they're streaming. Reflections and echoes of light and sound and energy are we as beings. You can choose to alter brainwaves by your sense and will and feelings. Your true action should be your own, known to you by senses of all beings, brainwaves, heartbeats, breathing, seeing, and feelings in yourself, for the sake of all that is perceived by one's own mind and self to be all else that is now or yet ever living. Seek harmony. Photosynthesis. 2 words again. As the light waves find the mind inside the cells of these tomatoes, they're collected, convecting the water through osmosis to go straight from the source, rooted far and deep below, to the leaves as plants feel to see which direction they should grow, transmuting light into sweet nectar, chemical energy, efficiently and diligently filtering the air expelled through you and me. The green we see in leaves is life itself, rooted deep in the earth's core, a living stone forged long before time was observable, in a cataclysmic schism scattering out the planets into galaxies and solar systems, forming environments on their surfaces throughout eons within them, recycling energies clinging to them, developing environmental cycles and systems given to us by an explosion. We are the settling detritus from the fallout of the Big Bang, which at some point became conscious, questioning all that is around us. We are star stuff and we are space dust, carefully balanced on the shoulders of all before us, reaching for the firmament that bore us, forever out of reach above us. Grow towards the warm light of far stars until we reunite the entirety of the universe, and then begin this all again. Synthetic reality. This is like the last one. I like that other one. That was good. Anyway, this is all the newest stuff, so that's why I'm kind of stumbling over it. What are we? Little plastic animals are spastic manic cannibals, constantly consuming and refuting any concepts of pollution. No one is fighting for solutions like we're living just for nothing, like we're dying for this something fabricated not related to the causal world of nature. We threaten to shorten our temperance on this earth here. And for all that's around us we don't think is bound to us, we are carving parts away from the heart of all sustenance in all of us. We gave up omnipresence for thoughts of omnipotence, to hop on the omnibus, and to run through a syllabus. This shit does not impress us for a nature we should trust, or we'll all oxidize before our time in an overwhelming conflagration of ashes, fire, and dust, and this rock will be left to rust, because of the blind eyes turned by conformity, which is honestly in most of us. I am a clown, literally. Laughter is the earliest and only form of recognition that I actually respond to properly. I used to feel that taking compliments seriously was literally beyond what I would perceive my performance to be, to an enormous and amorous statement of being, relatively emulated within as and even through and throughout me. That doesn't make sense. How do I see myself? I see myself as an incalculable perception of my quantitative physical being. My neurological, biological, resilient, and cyclical systems, the same as all other, even microscopic organisms, transmitting, transmuting energy, even enervating and modulating its current capacitance, pulse width, and phases. I feel that the days in a crazy, hazy, lazy, lackadaisical maze, although it entertained me, seems now just as strange as the life force of energy lost and drained by mitosis, in will by DNA to maintain and sustain and refrain and resound all around walls, balls of energy deflecting cells. Wow. Bear and Buttons, I've realized something. I'm not this clown I knew and once when I was 7, nor when I was 4 before the other son my mother bore was born. My biggest fan and favorite band of one. Friends who are quantum particles in every sense of the form. I am nothing that the 4 or that 7-year-old clown once was. Cellularly even, I have equivocated the replication and replacement of every molecule of every cell of my mass and being. So I still clown around, laugh, cry laughing, cry and frown. Sometimes life itself reflects the sharpest rays of laser light amplification by simulated emission of radiation, bounding deeply into our retinas, the lazily incorrective surgery to our vision itself voluntarily throughout eternity, not arbitrarily, scarily seeing into our own mind's eyes vision beyond nothing, one and something, all throughout eternity and infinity, scary dreams dreaded by all breathing and feeling. Om Nam, blue clear light, Chikai Chonyan, Sidpai Bardo, Bardo Grostod, all through sound and between states you'll find your mind being, and your being once interwoven will unwind. Seek the route one can't define, seek out truth in life and time. Find the light to illuminate the darkest of times. Those cells of me at 7 and 4 were once mine. I still feel as real as I could ever feel. Sometimes I spit the shit out like forever, the rhyming and timing harmonizing together. The fevered meter hither strikes and plucks the strings unstrung, the songs undone, the thoughts unsung. Belief in peace among some of the whole, despite fractions control systems, defining your own lyrics as sound waves fucking hit your eardrums rhythmically and as twisted and cunningly linguistic as a motherfucking mathematical magician. Son of 2 clowns and the brother of one, raised to see seeing and understanding and being. Why be paranoid when you can be pronoid and believe the entire world and all of the people in it are part of a beautifully orchestrated joke staged solely for your own amusement and edification? All of each person's own thoughts are a part of all of our lives as a whole. Holy shit, really, when you finally actually in total reality, standing before eternity and totality, as the thoughts actually, factually, temporally, presently resounding, try to remember not to forget what it is sounding like. I think that's enough of that. I'm sure you agree. I doubt you guys listened to all of that, but if you did, thank you. It means a lot. I've run out of poems now, and I gotta get ready for work. I got like 2.5 hours. So, thanks for listening, and catch y'all on the flip side.